This episode of Print TV is brought to you by Megaplux Global.
Hello people, welcome to Print TV. This edition is going to be very interesting. I have a super guest with me today. But before I introduce my guest, let me introduce myself. My name is Akin Oduwole and I'm your humble presenter. Today we'll be looking at 10 tips for positioning your business, your printing business to attract high-profile customers.
This is called Wash and Sanitizing Hub. It is an indigenous, user-friendly hand washing and sanitizing device that has the soap, water, and sanitizer units all controlled by foot. In a bid to curb the spread of COVID-19 and other viruses and bacteria, this innovative device can be used in offices, schools, banks, event centers, hospitals, and many more. It is also available in a mini version for smaller facilities. Join us in curbing the spread of viruses by placing an order today.
Mr. Paul Inyang, you have high-profile customers, and how do you get them into your business? I know that you said to me many times that you don't do a lot of marketing, but perhaps we should look at some pointers to how you attract high-profile customers.
Now, for a starter, business is our model. Model means what's the vision, how do you want to create, how do you want to interact, what do you want to attract to your business. That's the first thing to create. Understand? So you need to create those models to vision exactly what you want and create environment. Because each model, either want to do retail, working customers, there are certain ways they operate. You need to create those free flow of entrance that you can easily walk in and do business with you. Now, for a high-profile customer, there are certain ways and certain expectations they want to have. For instance, you need to have a name register. Akin has to be Akin Oduwole Limited, different from Akin as a person. So you need to have that register. You need to have your TIN number, which is your VAT, because there is a corporate entity. You have to be able to pay that. You need to have your all those things that is within the government or the government entity. When you have that one, you need to technology, emails.
Before we go into the next point, so what I hear you say is that high-profile customer only work with organizations that with proper structure.
Yes.
So you need to put structures in place to make sure that you are positioned to attract those kind of customers. Preparation is key when we're working with high-profile customers. Selling to a VIP in a community is totally different from selling to an ordinary person. So what I hear Mr. Paul Inyang says today is that you need to put structures in place. So if you've registered that company and you have not officially registered it as CAC, it's time to do so.
You need to have an account from now, CAC and all that. You should have all those in place. If not, the company they can't do business with you because you have to be different from who you are. That's even the first start to have that.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay, I took it out from your mouth when you started saying that your business must embrace the use of technology. What do you mean by this?
Technology, for instance, incorporates because of the complexity of information or products that you do. At least for you to engage with those customers, you need to have your own secure email address, for instance. A lot of corporate will not send a mail through Yahoo or through the Gmail. You need to have your own secure platform that they can comfortably do business with and feel secure. Understand? Because priority or product secrecy and all that or NDA is key. If you have your email address, registered email domain, secure email address, private email address. So it's very important. So you don't have to do technology because a lot of business these days, multinational these days, they have moved their business from, especially this COVID, from the physical invoice becoming paperless. So you need to learn how to submit your invoice online, do your online biz, able to engage the customer through emails, through information, through ideas, become paperless. So you need to have those secure platforms that you can able to interact and they will be comfortable to interact with you. So you need to have that one settled down and learn how to engage the customer technologically. So That's what I talk about technology.
So technology is everything.
It's key. It's key.
So if there are people out there who think that they don't need to embrace technology, then you cannot attract high-profile customers.
But high-profile customers will be global because most of these high-profile customers in the country, it's a global brand. Look at your brief, deliver in exact. There's no critique. You don't need to use your own idea. Look at the brief and deliver according to that brief. Unlike working customer or small businesses that know that structure, that today they can say, I want blue, tomorrow they say they want red. The brief can keep changing. Understand that with a high-profile customer, it's a clear brief, it's a clear contract, and logo is a logo. You cannot give them water for call it oil. They know what exactly they want, so just work according to that brief and we're fine. So sometimes it's the easiest to work with. Again, you see, people say it's difficult because the demand for excellence, they cannot compromise. But the branding is expensive. So they expect to deliver in accordance with the global standard, which is the excellence. Because you're in Nigeria, you expect to give Nigerian quality. No, it's a global quality. Understand? So if you don't deliver that one, of course it will be difficult to do.
So capacity is key.
Yes.
But can I ask that briefly? How did you develop the capacity? I mean, we don't get there in one day. How did you develop a capacity? How were you able to develop that kind of capacity to attract these high-profile customers?
I think in the beginning for us, we've always envisaged working with multinationals and global companies. Just like I said, Megaplux Global. From the initial, that's how we have modeled our business. So we have put everything in place, and just like because one China and to be in that platform, you need to be what we call culture of excellence. I said today, we are not running after those customers. We just created our own culture of excellence, and they come on their own. We do certain things, we take certain risk, we put certain structure in place in terms of excellence, in terms of our culture, how we meet, how we engage, things that we do, because we are global focused. We understand that the standard for global customer working in is not just about Nigeria, it's about the global standard. So we are kudos to so excellence to us is not.
So you started with a culture of excellence, and then you built it to the level that was attractive.
Our best marketing tools is our excellent work.
Let's look at point 5, availability of working capital. Because we hear, I don't work with high-profile clients, but we hear that they never give you an advance payment. You always have to use your money, and then they pay you after 90 days, 180 days, or how does it work? So is it compulsory that I have working capital to be able to attract high-profile customers, or how does it work for you, sir?
Yes, you need to have working capital, just like every business. You need to have your working capital. I mean, show how large it is. So you need to have working capital. I need to so that thing. In terms of contract and businesses, based on some of the contract now currently existing, I will not say they don't pay advance. It depends on the structure of that business itself. A lot of easy PO, what they call purchase order, give you 30 days, 45 days, 60 days to 90 days, depending. Understand? So for you to respond, at least you should have money. While they are processing the contract or processing the payment, you should have money to start. Buy materials, have inventories of materials, and have enough equipment, have access to, you have to have working capital to work with multinational, because sometimes they are very demanding. If you are ready, you're ready. If you want to do business, you do business. Their volume is high. You must be ready to move at time. You have to have working capital to go.
So perhaps
not necessarily, it shouldn't be a discouraging factor that, I don't have working capital, I can't work with multinational. No, there's always a build up. Understand? Say no if you can. In some businesses you don't have. Don't over promise. Say, you know what, I need 2 weeks, 3 weeks to raise this money. And I need for me to deliver the job, I need that in 1 month. Be honest, they will understand. So if I have a contract of 10,000 naira, I say, I need 3 weeks or 1 month to raise 10,000 naira, and I need another 3 weeks to deliver the job. State it clearly, so everybody is clear, communicate clearly. Within those period, you can raise those money to do this job.